Welcome to the Jason Show, guys. As you may have noticed, I am not Jason. I'm going to introduce you to the real host of the show. Please meet Jason. Jason, do you want to tell us about your show that I am on? I have no idea why we're doing this, but please tell us about the Jason Show.
Okay, I am Jason Menezes. I'm the host of the Jason Show. This is a public speaking show. And if you are a public speaker and you want to be on the show, you can drop a text on my Instagram. So, here we have Mr. Newman.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jason Show. Thank you so
bro.
much for
Thank
coming.
you, thank you, dude.
It's an honor to have you.
I've been excited. We've been kind of putting it off, I think, for a bit because I was traveling and you were traveling. But I'm happy to be here, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Behind the scenes has been fun and excited to see what happens. I've had a few of my friends on the show. Like I know Shalvita, I know Ashwell, Mr. Kadak, I know Alistair, of course. I think you've had one more guest who I don't know yet.
Salem.
Yet, but yeah. So it's been interesting to see what they've been kind of talking about, and which is why I asked you, ki, what's the whole point of the show, right? Like why you doing the show, and so I want more clarity from you as to like there is a specific trend in the kind of people you've had on the show so far. So is there any particular reason that you've been having like people who are kind of on the public speaking forum on the show? Is there a reason for that? What is your kind of take on it?
So for me right now, I want to get people who are public speakers. So right now, back to back, I'm getting MCs only. So I'm going with the flow and just focusing on one step at a time. I'm not thinking too far away. I'm just going to my next guest and next guest and next guest. So I want to get more people like stand-up comedians, motivational speakers as well. But for right now, I'm doing MCs.
Amazing, amazing. Hopefully, I will be the last MC, and maybe you'll get some more
Stand-up comedians.
stand-up comedians. I don't know, man. It doesn't. It
You won't be the last, but
won't be the last.
So basically, many people already know you, but for those who don't, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Newman. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Bye. Done. Great show, guys. Lovely to meet you all. I'm Newman. I'm an MC. I would like to say I'm a wedding MC right now. Been doing this for a while now. By while I mean like 5-6 years, and it's been fun so far, man. It's been fun so far. I enjoy it as of now.
As a- Even I'm just starting out as my journey as an MC. How did you like enter this journey? And can you talk us through a little bit about your early days?
The short answer of me being an MC is nepotism. So the long answer is that I've been doing like a form of stage since I was a kid. Like pretty much from like junior, senior KG, I have been doing stage, like school plays, performing musicals. Not so much singing because I have a terrible voice. I have a terrible singing voice. I will not sing for you. But yeah, I have a terrible singing voice. But yeah, so I did a lot of stuff in school. Got into dancing kind of post school. Had a like a decent amount of years on stage as a dance trainer, a dance teacher, and a performer. And then somewhere through that, I was also kind of always on the mic hosting our events for the dance school that I was a part of.
Okay.
And so the nepotism part of it is that my dad is basically a wedding photographer, has been in the industry for like 35 plus years. And unfortunately or fortunately, I have never been into photography. It is something that I don't enjoy. And dad's always seen me do like all my events and stuff. And at some point, I was also doing video edits for his events. So I kind of had a gist of what people were doing at weddings. And this is maybe, say, 10, 11 years ago. I kind of had a gist of what the MCs were doing. And then dad was like, oh, you should try this. I feel like you'll kind of be good at this. And I've had a couple of close friends also tell me. In close friends, shout out Preeti Malik, who's a close friend and also an RJ in Dubai on Virgin Radio. So Preeti is one of those people who was like, "Ki dude, this is something that I feel like you will be good at, like hosting events and stuff." Stuff like that kind of always kept popping up. Ki, oh, you should try this, you should try this. And then dad kind of gave me the push saying, oh, why don't you do like a wedding or a small event? I did a few birthday parties, silver jubilees and stuff like that. And eventually, like the first few gigs I got were because of my dad's recommendation. My dad would kind of tell clients who were coming to book him, My dad's Terry D'silva, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention my dad. He's Terry D'silva. Uh, in the video photography scene, I mean, a lot of the guys will know my dad. So dad pitched me to clients. A couple of clients kind of took a chance and be like, "Arey naya ladka hai. Let's give him a shot." I think as per my memory, the first wedding I ever hosted was in Mira Road at GCC Club. I still go there, and that wedding was kick-ass, man. It went like really, really well. Where like a lot of people kind of took my contact and stuff like that. So it started to at a point where initially it was dad recommending me to clients saying, "Hey, hire my son. He's an MC." And I think now it's kind of full circle where I am at a point where I'll tell people like, "Hey, I'm an MC. My dad's a photographer. Please hire my dad." So it's like that full circle moment. But yeah, so that's kind of been the trajectory from school being on stage to then being the dancer performer to then hosting small events, and then gradually I'm at a point where I do a lot of weddings at this point. What happens next, I mean, I have no control over that. So let's see. Oscars,
Yes.
let's go.
You're gonna host the Oscars soon.
Eventually, I don't know if I'm alive. Yeah.
Now you must be already booked out for November, December.
Yeah,
shoot.
November, December is looking good. It's strange that a lot of people kind of were a bit reluctant to do their weddings this year because it's a leap year. That stuff still happens. That being said, there's still a decent number of weddings in November, and is December is like peak wedding season for all. I think all kinds of entertainers, especially MCs, musicians, DJs. I think everyone's like this year, specifically one of the big dates in December is like 28 December. 28 December. If you need an MC, you are very late. Please book 1 year in advance. Okay. So 20, dude, the amount of people and like everybody, like all my colleagues, like who are MCs and stuff, everybody's like, bro, 28 December, are you free? Every day there is at least one person who will call. It's one of those because it's the last weekend in December and it's a big date. So I think every MC, if you're a new MC also and you want to do a wedding, 28 December is the day, bro.
You can charge
I'll
my-
send you a wedding, bro. Literally.
Okay, done.
करेगा क्या?
I'll do it.
करेगा क्या? I'll send you. I have a couple of clients who are still looking for an MC for a 28 December. I had two people contact me yesterday for the same date. But yeah, November, December is good. It's been a decent year for work so far. Post COVID, it did take a while for things to,
Take off.
yeah, like it kind of slowed down to a point where it was like zero events, and then gradually it kind of built up to a point where like, okay, like by 2023 we were at a point where we're like, okay, we're back in business, let's do this, go all the way. Yeah.
Now this is season time. What do you do when it's off season time? Like, do you get shows? Is there money coming in? That sort of thing.
So season time kind of helps you cover a lot of cost that you may not make during off season. That being said, in my case specifically, like I do like freelance video editing. Like I mentioned my dad, so I help my dad with the back end for his work. So I kind of do video editing, graphic design. I do illustration. So that's my off season kind of work, because like videographers and photographers have season work, but then their entire off season goes in post production. So because dad is in the business, I am involved in the post production of his output. So that's my off season work. And I mean, if you're lucky enough, you will get at least say 3 events a month.
Off season.
Yeah, off season, which is not great. I mean, it doesn't cover too much cost, but it's, I mean, decent enough. But yeah, with like putting everything together for me, like with my graphic design work, with my video editing work, plus my video editing work for dad, plus a few one-off shows here and there, I think so far so good. So far, I'm not broke yet. If you see me asking for a job outside of emceeing, please give me a job. Okay, that means I don't have enough work. So yeah, just in case, putting it out there, safe side. Safe side.
Better be safe there.
Safe side. So safe side to Karina hai. Do you know? No, you're too young for these jokes. No.
Yeah.
You know Saif Ali Khan is, right?
Yeah.
Safe side to Karina hai. No, you don't know this reference only. These children, it's okay. Don't worry. Safe side to
I'm
Karina
still
hai.
20, 21.
But you were born in which year?
2003.
But then you should know this. You know Golmaal 3?
Yeah.
So this is a joke from Golmaal 3. No, never mind. It's okay.
I've watched Golmaal 3 and I can recall it a little
Safe
bit.
side to Karina hai. Never mind. Never.
One of these Lakshman ka jokes.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of those guys. Yeah, one of those guys. So yeah, I mean, for now it's fine. A lot of a lot of my colleagues have like full-time jobs. Like a lot of the other MCs I know, all of my colleagues, most of them have like 9 to 5 jobs, which is great, man. It's like then the emceeing is like your additional source of income. At this point of time, I don't want to do another job because I have enough on my plate with my freelance work and this, so it covers up, it fills in my time, and financially at this point, I think I'm in a decent place.
I was thinking I'll become an MC only during November, December, January.
That's
and the
great.
remaining like leave it all. But now this year I'm tied up with some other work, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking just to take a few shows on the weekends that I'm free, rest weekends.
Do it.
That's
Do
all.
it. Do it.
And so if you could pass on some shows,
Of course, do it. Sawal.
So
Aega, like there is work, man. I feel like there's a lot of work coming. It'll find you.
yeah,
It'll find you in due time. Sometimes it'll take some time for the right audience to find you. But
there's a lot of demand but not enough supply because so many weddings are there.
yeah,
They don't want.
yeah.
They
And
want
then
the best of the best.
and everybody wants like the same set of people, which I get.
It's like the top 1% of it.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of good people on the scene, man. Because sometimes there's people whose work may not work for one type of client, but another type of client may love their work. So
Yeah.
I see it from the POV that, bro, there's a lot of work, man. You gotta just find your fit.
Correct.
But that the whole catch is finding your fit.
So I was talking that I have a lot of deanery youth days to attend. So I'm the president of the Archdiocese of Bombay Youth Group.
Woo!
So because of that, I have to attend a lot of DYD. So my time is taken over there during the weekends, and I have a very big event called Rocklamation coming up.
Oh, I know Rocklamation, bro.
Yeah.
It's a big event. Yeah.
So we are going to be hosting that in January first week at St. Francis Xavier Ville Parle.
Okay.
Over there, I know my time is going to be diverted towards there. And for me, I don't like taking too many things at once. I like to focus in one place at one time. So that's why I decided not to take it this year, focus on my post this year, because this post that I've got, I decided in July of 2023 that I'm going to get this post. And July of 2024, I got the post.
That's amazing. Manifest.
Manifestation.
Yo.
Let's go.
Manifest, dude. But yeah, and I think also because you're kind of part of this the committee, right? And like you're the president, I think kind of that puts you in a position to also get access to a different kind of audience in one way. And this is also a place that allows you to kind of test your public speaking skills and in a different way.
Correct.
But I think it's a good platform regardless. So even if you're not necessarily taking up events at weddings or parties, this is again another kind of just a parallel way of testing out your public speaking skills. So
Because at every DYD we have to talk and tell them about Diocesan Youth Center, and we also conduct our dances with alongside the speaking. So like our slot for speaking is 3-4 minutes, and then we dance for like 10 minutes, and people love both of them.
means you dance means like
So we dance to our DYC anthem. We have
Okay.
an anthem, and then we dance to songs like Yourself, Lee Torner, Helicopter, Chocolate, all these songs.
good stuff, man.
So like normal party songs only, like people who what they dance. That's it. She's a good dancer. She dances a lot.
Sup, Gloria. Sup, Gloria. Gloria's off camera. Sup, Gloria.
Then we have Angia, who's another really good dancer. Then my vice president, his also name is Jason. He's Jason Anchan. So they are a part of my council.
Jason 1, Jason 2, is that how they refer to you all?
So they call me Jason, they call him Anchan. Sometimes
Okay, that
they
one.
call him Lambu and me Choto because he's taller than me.
That's a bit heightist if that's a thing. I don't know about that. That's okay. Whatever works for the DYC. Dude, DYC is such a big deal, still.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was in when I got out of the 10th, and like a bunch of my close friends went to DYC camp. I didn't go for DYC camp because I went to dance class. No regrets. But I was so jealous of them when they came back from DYC camp.
Lot of memories.
Yo, memories, and everybody came back with like a bunch of new friends. And I was like, bro, मैं अकेला है. I had like dance class friends who were never going to meet after my dance performance. And like we were going into college. So a lot of them ended up being like friends who they met immediately after DYC, and then they ended up being in college together.
Correct.
So you got into college with people you already know, man. That's a win. I was so jealous of my friends who had friends in DYC. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm not yet hosted anything for DYC yet. Call me. But you all have in-house hosts. So there's that also.
That's it.
I like that. I'm just promoting it. Call me business.
Business.
I'm using this as a
This
business.
is business.
This is business. Hey, look at the camera. Look at the camera. And do the 1, 2, 3, go.
This is business. Vibes.
Vibes. So next question. I don't know. Whatever. Like,
So
no question. Jason's not allowed to refer to his question list today. So I told him just like let's roll with it. So I'll put him in the spot. I'll ask you questions.
okay, done.
What next? What after DYC?
So right now after DYC, I want the podcast is a thing that I could do side by side because it doesn't take too much effort. I have to just come and talk as such, and then we have our lovely Samuel over here who does the editing for me.
What's up, Samuel? Ette Samuel.
So this is Samuel. He's my editor, and he edits everything for me. He's a G man. He's a G. So if you need any digital marketing work, if you need any videography work, you know who to contact.
This is business.
Self business.
Thank you, Samuel.
3, 2, 1.
This is business.
So that was the thing, and I was thinking to move out of the country. I was thinking Dubai or something, but let's see what God has in plan for me.
Fair enough.
MC, I know I'm going to do it. Maybe not professionally, but as passion, I am 100%.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun.
Like even when I'm hosting, it's so much fun. I don't feel it's a job or anything like
Yeah,
that. I've said it in a previous interview as well, but it's so much fun doing it, mingling around with people,
Yeah.
dancing around with them. I've never hosted a wedding, but I would like to host one very soon. So
it'll happen. 28th December, maybe. Maybe you will be hosting somebody's wedding this year only. Time will tell. We'll know soon enough. Updates coming soon.
yes.
Dubai. Why Dubai? You said you want to move to Dubai.
So
Why Dubai?
Dubai is a place where the network over there is very strong. That is one. But the people around there also want to do good in their life. They want to make money. They want to improve themselves, and that resonates with me a lot. So either I decided I'll go to Dubai for the money, or either Thailand for Muay Thai to like learn. So
Nice.
I do MMA as a passion, and so I was thinking maybe go a little the next step forward.
Dude, that's great, man. I like both the options are good. And the food in both the places is great.
Great, yeah.
The food in Dubai, I love Dubai, yo.
I went to Dubai when I was really small, so I don't remember much. I was
love
like
Dubai.
2008.
Yeah, I've lived in Dubai for like 2 years, a few years ago, and then again for 6 months. So I mentioned I was like a dance trainer, right? So I was based in Dubai for 2 years. Shout out Dubai fam, let's go. Wafi 330, you know who you are. This is my friends in Dubai. They'll know who they are. I'll give you details. But so yeah, I was based in Dubai teaching dance there for like 2 years. Which also there also I ended up hosting a lot of the in-house events that our students used to perform at, right?
Yeah.
And one of the most fun events that we did there was we used to go into like a mall, and I was there with 2 of my roommates who are also like my closest friends. One of them is this guy named Ankit, who's like a choreographer. Shout out Ankit Tanna. And another friend is this guy named Siddharth. So Siddharth Uppal, who's a friend of mine he's in Delhi now. He's like super into rock climbing and stuff. So we were the 3 trainers from India who were based in Dubai, and we had friends from there as well who were a part of the team. The whole concept at the mall was we were performing and we were doing it to promote the dance classes there. So I would be there on the stage with Ankit and Siddharth, my friends, the trainers, and a couple of our students who are also like friends now. And I would be on the mic there. I was hosting, so I would call everybody, like gather a crowd. So it starts with people have no idea what you're doing, and it ends with us calling people there, getting them on stage, some of them teaching them choreography for like, like 30 seconds of a song.
Yeah.
And then we would, okay, like, acha tum log ka ho gaya, now go down. And then we would also perform like whatever we taught them on stage. So that was like a super fun experience as like somebody who's like, just putting yourself out there. The outcome, nobody really knows how it's going to turn out because you don't know the kind of crowd to expect at a mall, right?
Okay.
So you're just like, come,
range.
yeah, just come. It can be anybody. Obviously, we would like tell our students that we're going to be at this mall, and so a few of our students would come to support us. But like 90% of the people watching you from all around are just people who are out on a mall, and they're like, "Arey, udhar kya ho raha hai?"
Then they come and see.
So that was like super fun, man. Good times. And like all our students would always come to support us. And we would end up teaching the kids, like, and then that was a great promotional strategy also, because then like if somebody comes like, oh, we like this, we like what they did, they kind of take our details and
Yeah, that's what I was
sign up for the classes. So again, this is business.
So you were doing it just for the fun of it, or you were doing it to promote the classes?
We were doing it to promote classes, like, because we were there employed, we were there for work. So, and we were sent by our team from here, for the dance team from here. So it was great, man. That's why I love Dubai. Like, I have a lot of close friends who are still there. I keep going back. I mean, the Dubai, I have good memories there, man. Also, Dubai shawarma. There's nothing like Dubai shawarma, and that the chai over there.
Oh, okay.
The Mallu cafes there have their own like take on chai, which is a vibe, man. Dubai shawarma and tea, like that's literally my first meal if I go to Dubai. Like my close friends who are there, if they're picking me up from the airport, the first place we're going to is like a
Shawarma
Mallu
and chai.
cafe with shawarma and chai.
Makes sense.
It's a vibe. So I think you'll like Dubai.
I
It's
like
a
it.
mood. It's a mood.
There are no taxes also.
And no taxes. I don't know about that. I don't know the details of it.
So like you host also events now in Dubai, you keep on going, or
I haven't gone in a while. I hosted a corporate family function there last year, because of one of my friends works with an event company. So their company kind of pitched me as an anchor. So I went there for like 2 days to host a. It was a 1 day event, but I went for a couple of days, and that was one of the only events I've done in Dubai post moving back to India.
Okay.
But yeah, like international event, yeah, I've done one in Dubai.
Or you have only done Dubai, or any other
I
country?
hosted a I've hosted a birthday party, not a birthday. I hosted a christening in London last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't get into details of that,
Huh.
but I did do an event in London as well last
Okay.
year, and Dubai now. So hopefully, I've had inquiries for like Bahrain and out of India. Like I've had a few inquiries, but sometimes either the dates don't work out, or it's like, oh, we need you to travel on this date, but then the date of travel, I probably have another event. So it hasn't kind of come through yet, but I feel like it will. I feel like traveling internationally for events is something that I will end up doing in due course of time.
Okay.
International events, I'm available. Just call me.
This is business.
This is business. I like that. Too much upselling is happening. It's okay, na?
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Chalte
fine.
rehta hai.
No worry. So even you were talking about dancing and how you're a dance teacher. Do you like dancing plays a very important role in breaking the ice with the audience?
Yeah.
So you start your events off with dancing, or like what kind of icebreakers do you do?
I don't know what an icebreaker is. I mean, I do, but I don't know if I necessarily employ an icebreaker. Yeah, dancing is an important part. I mean, I used to be a professional dancer. So I do think that that is a big part of what makes me kind of known as a host is my dancing skills.
Dancing on tables.
Yeah, dancing on tables. I'll get to why that happened also. But I would say that I like to keep my opening, like before I do my opening also, I generally like to play something upbeat as an like intro music or whatever. Because I'm going to dance. If the music is like dancing, I'm going to dance. And that kind of allows you to gauge the crowd and give you a vibe ki, oh, okay, this crowd will respond or won't respond. And then kind of do the calculation and be like, okay, this is what I need to do more or less of. Because I feel like very often the opening kind of sets the
The
for
tone.
me. The opening sets the tone with the vibe of the crowd. Like, okay, I may need to put in a little bit more effort here, or okay, this crowd is on with it, vibing from the get go.
Correct. Yeah.
So I would say for me, the opening music sets the tone with me dancing, and like I kind of just get the crowd to groove with me.
Understood.
That allows me to gauge the crowd. Not always right, but it has worked for the most part. And yeah, man, all my years of dance training, shout out Shamak Dawar. I used to work for Shamak. So a lot of my dancing skills and like interacting with people, all my skills, a lot of it, I would say I picked up working at Shamak school, because like I was employed, like I said, right? Because I was
dancing.
employed, yeah, as a dance trainer. So I was employed with Shamak for easily 10, 12 years, man.
Oh,
like
wow.
that's like home for me. My closest friends, who are still my closest friends, are people I've met at Chamak and his classes. So like mad props to Shamak for kind of giving a lot of us an opportunity to kind of, just find skills that we were good at, and then obviously we've put in our effort to really take it to another level. But we did get like like a hint of
Push.
a push at Chamak school saying, okay, like this is something that this person can do, and then obviously you need to put in the work and like kind of find out like, okay, this is what I've given an opportunity to do, and then what you do with it is completely on you, man.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, like all the dance training really helps. Even the way I would say, like, making people follow you,
Hmm.
like when you're leading them with the dance, simple stuff like cueing them when to clap,
Okay.
like that's like my dance training, bro. Easily, that like my dance training really makes a big difference in like just cueing people at the right moment and setting them up for stuff.
Like organizing them and telling them
Yeah,
when to
yeah,
clap.
yeah. Just those small cueing people as to what happens when.
Hmm.
I would say that's my dance training, and all those years of traveling and teaching diverse groups of people, that really pays off at.
This is a question that I had from someone else, that when you like dance on tables, when you go around mingling around with people, sometimes they think that all the attention comes on you and goes away from the couple whose wedding it is.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I would disagree. I would disagree. I would say the way I host, I would say that what I do bring a vibe to your event. Uh, my focus for me is always the couple, and me interacting with the guests is more from the POV of getting them to the dance floor and getting them to have a good time, so that they go away saying ki, oh, this person's wedding was great. The eventual focus for me is always the couple.
Couple.
And I can't not interact with people at a wedding, and I'm not interacting with the intention to be like, nahi nahi, mere ko footage do. Like my, I would say, intention to interact with the crowd is always keep, bro, this wedding has to be lit. You have to go back and be like, ki, oh man,
What a
these
wedding.
people's wedding was amazing. And I'm okay with taking credit ki, oh, this person's wedding was good because this person did a good job. That I'm fine with. But I think my intention is always to just make sure that people are on the floor, making sure they are interacting with the couple, and
Makes sense.
yeah.
So like that brings me back to my like DYC team. They do a lot of the dancing and they go mingling around with the crowd, talking to people, and even I do. But all the end credit comes to me. They thank me, thanks to the president Jason, and I give them credit later on where credit is due. Even like Samuel over here, everyone is like, "Oh, Jason, the edits are so good. The edits are so good." And I'm like, "This nothing is me. Everything is Samuel." My another friend who was the vice president last year, he was saying that the edits are too good, and I'm like, bro, I wouldn't have this podcast without Samuel, because like my the team is what makes my podcast going. The team is what makes DYC going, and having a team is very important. Even like for you, having a back end team at weddings is like a very important
Yeah,
aspect.
man. I feel like very often uh, at weddings, like obviously the focus is the couple, right? But if you've had a good wedding, very often I feel like the MC gets a lot of credit for just kind of, guiding it. That being said, I feel like the people who don't get a lot of credit are the DJs at weddings. And like I've been lucky enough to work with a lot of really good DJs, at least on the Catholic wedding scene in Bombay, and I feel like they don't get the credit they deserve. Now it's getting better where people are particular about DJs that they want at events.
Yeah.
But shout out all my DJs from Bombay. I'm going to name some of them because they're like
Yeah.
friends of mine. We got DJ Daryl from Borivali, DJ Adrian from Borivali. We got DJ Hemant from Bhainder, DJ Brinston, DJ Rodney, DJ Clyde, DJ Maz. DJ Shailesh, who is not even on the wedding scene anymore. He's like transitioned to doing like corporate events and stuff like that. But he's again great. Uh, there's another DJ who passed away, DJ Tushar, who passed away recently. Rest in peace, DJ Tushar. Again, great guy on the scene. DJ Yogi, DJ Calvin. Shout out Calvin, my boy. DJ Krizan. Who else? I feel like I'm missing out a lot of the
There are
guys.
too many names
But
to
there's
remember.
like the DJ Rutu. Who else? Who else? Who else? Wait, let me see. I don't want to miss like all the main guys. DJ. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I think these are the ones who I am close to, who I have worked with quite a bit. So shout out all the DJs, man. You guys do the dirty work, and I feel like very often we do end up taking credit for it. But full respect to what they do. Like there's a lot of effort in curating, like playing a good wedding. I would say, it's very tough to play a wedding where you have only 1 hour, because sometimes things are always running late and you have only 1 hour. I've done gigs with some of these guys where literally in half an hour we've covered maybe 1 2 hours of music, where the audience is left happy. And that credit goes to the DJs, man.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, credit, like full shout out to all the DJs, all the sound guys, the videographers, photographers, man. Those guys are on their feet
Always.
through the day. Makeup artists, catering guys, decor guys, like they go. I feel like they go unnoticed, So like, and they are people who put in a lot of effort into making your wedding what it is. So shout out to all the players behind the scenes,
That's all.
doing amazing work. All the DJs, all the photographers, videographers, all the decor guys, all the sound guys, all the catering guys, makeup artists, cake makers. Like there's so much. But like at the end of the day, we are like, thank you, good night, God bless. And then everybody's like, yeah, nice work. When there's so much that goes into an event.
That's all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of a this is business idea, like managing all the back end work.
Yeah, there are people who do it as well.
It's a very big market.
Yeah, it's a big market. Like
Unorganized market.
yeah,
I would
and
say.
like I would say in the Catholic wedding market, it's not all under one roof. But in the Sangeet Haldi market, there are kind of companies that do all of it for you. But I mean, I feel like we are also getting there. We will get to a point where probably everything is managed by maybe 1 2 big heads. It'll all be kind of managed well, and hopefully we all make money out of it. I mean, that's the whole point of what we do. Like this is business. Like I love what I do and all, but I wouldn't kind of continue doing it at this rate if it wasn't monetarily giving me some gains.
Correct.
After a certain point, you're like, okay, passion is great. I still love what I do, but money is good also.
Money is good. Yeah. I've heard people making like 20-30K a show, like base starting
Yeah,
from MCs.
yeah. I would say in terms of pricing, right? Because this is something I feel like you've covered earlier also. I feel like different people have different takes on it. My take is find your place in the market, which will take some time for you to understand. Know your worth, and then you can literally charge whatever you want. Like I know a lot of people have this thing of ki, oh, we should always be, if we are on the same level of talent or we are in the same kind of pool, we should charge the same amount. I don't necessarily agree with that. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it.
Same work, but
Because-
different type of work.
But I mean, if a client is willing to pay me way more, I'm okay doing it. At the same time, I'm also okay doing it for way less. That is a decision I feel that every person needs to make. Because you will get an MC for 4,000, you will get an MC for the same event for 40,000. They both may be equally good, and they both may have their justifications for charging that much.
Correct.
Eventually, you need to be satisfied with how much you're earning. Because there's sometimes, there's this talk of, ki, oh, this person is undercharging and cutting people off. I get it. That's not great. It's not a great business strategy. Eventually, it will kind of catch up to you if you're undercharging just to get somebody else's business. If that is your mentality, that will catch up with you, right?
Doesn't work.
But that being said, it's like jitna charge karne ka hai, karo, bro. If you're getting it, bro, do it. Like, I mean, obviously, more is always good.
Yeah.
More is always good. But I'm okay sometimes if I know the client, if I've done like 5 events for a client, I'm okay doing it for a certain rate because I know the family, but it is very subjective.
Okay, yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. No, like even when you were starting out, you started out as doing events in church, events
Yeah.
on stage in school and all.
Yeah.
So like your first few events, how did you price yourself that time?
I kind of took an idea from my dad, because my dad knows like some of the senior MCs who have been doing this for like longer than I've been born. So dad kind of had a decent idea of the pricing that I could place myself in initially, and I've increased my pricing gradually over the years.
Okay.
Very gradually increased it, and it will keep increasing. It's like any job, yeah. If your salary is increasing, even my rates are going to
To
increase
increase,
every
correct.
year. A 10-15% hike. Like you have to. Here I'm giving myself a raise basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, initial pricing happened with kind of some input from my dad, and now I kind of understand where I am in the Catholic wedding market predominantly. So I understand my price packaging there. I would say I'm a little bit on the pricier side, if I'm being honest, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because
I'm okay with that, man. Like, because people who are hiring me,
they know they're going to get their
they
money's
kind of
worth.
know why they are hiring.
You also have a brand value that
I'm not sure about that yet, man. Like
because
I feel like it can be better, but like there is some. I feel in terms of brand value right now, I'm that guy. Arey, that MC who dances on the table, curly hair. Like,
yeah,
I'm that guy. I'm not like, Arey, Newman. I'm not there
correct.
yet.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is like Shah Rukh Khan famous, and say 2 or 3 is like an Instagram influencer with like 15-20K followers, right? I'm on -1 of famous at this point. So, I'm like, take care, I'm okay. It will gradually get better. Right
Correct.
now, in terms of brand value and people recognizing me, I'm in -1. And I'm okay with that. I'm building up towards it to a point where it's like, oh yeah, Newman.
No.
Like right now, Arey, what's that guy's name? I'm that guy right now. Arey, that guy. Oh, table pe nachta hai. Yeah, curly hair, mad. Which is great. Like that's what I'm going for. Like I want that, oh my god, he's crazy, he's chaotic, he's fun. Like that is
Understood, Mike.
the impression I want for people to have, because that is who I am as a host. I don't know that's who I am as a person.
You were a very different person off
Yeah.
thing.
I'm very different. I'm on the. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert. I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert. But like,
You're extroverted with the right people.
yeah, when it calls for, man. Like, can't be like, yeah, bro. Like, can't be dancing on a table when we're just having a normal conversation. Man.
That's what makes sense. Yeah.
That brings me to, because you asked earlier about the whole dancing on the tables thing. If my memory serves me right, the first time I ever danced on a table was at the wedding of this guy who is a friend also now, and he runs catering also. Is a guy named Dali from Dali Caterers in Borivali. And shout out Dali Caterers, Movable Feast, bro, pan fried chicken, let's go. So Dali and Shan, whose wedding I did somewhere during COVID, they didn't have a stage because they didn't want it to be super traditional. And I'm very tall, as you may have noticed. And I wanted to do like interactive dances and stuff with the crowd at some point of time. So I saw the cake table and I was like, I went like, just checked it. I was like, oh, okay, this might work. But I'm like, I can't stand on it without support. So the DJs, Daryl and Adrian from Borivali, they have their sound guy, Pakya, okay, who's like super legit sound guy. So Pakya is Daryl's and Adrian's like sound guy. So I'm like, Pakya bro, tu table pakad, मैं table पे नाचेगा. And Pakya was like, हाँ भाई कर. So we got the table in the middle of the dance floor and I climbed and then Dali also got in the mood. So Dali was like, bro, I'm also coming. So then I got off and Dali climbed on the table. So that kind of, it just came out of a necessity ki, oh, there's no stage. I don't feel like what I'm doing will kind of have an impact if I'm doing it in the middle of the crowd. I need a platform.
Correct.
Let's stand on the table.
No stage, no problem.
No stage, no problem. Literally, that like, so now whenever I go to a venue, if there's no stage, it's cool. And I've had venues where I've been told, ki, bro, please don't stand on the table. Like recently, I did a wedding at like a 5-star. Obviously, the couple didn't have a stage. Kick-ass crowd. Did all the line dances and all. And I was like, oh man, the crowd is vibing. Let's do more. Saw a table. Took the sound guy, made him hold it, stood on the table. And midway through the dance, the manager's like, no, sir, you can't stand on it. We can't take responsibility. I'm like, bro, don't worry. I'll take responsibility if I fall. Obviously, they're doing their job. I get
correct.
it. But I feel like sometimes they come and stop you when it's like midway through vibing.
The peak.
And then they mess up the vibe. But it is a part of the job.
Yeah.
But yeah, like tables, like now a lot of venues where they know I'm coming and they don't have a table, there's no stage. They keep tables for me.
Ready-made table.
Yeah. They like if there's like a makeshift table that I can use, they keep it for me.
You should buy your own one also.
I'm thinking about it, but then like transporting the table is a
Table will be-
pain, man.
For those who don't have that.
Yeah, for those.
This
who
was like a crazy story that you just told me. Do you have any other crazy stories like that?
I have a lot of crazy stories.
What happens at weddings?
The most memorable one would be this was a wedding in Goa, and maybe this was 7-8 years ago or so, I guess. I don't remember the year. And I was on stage. I just announced the couple's first dance. The band was playing the song, or the DJ was playing the song, but I was with the band on the stage. The couple is in the center of the dance floor, and the stage was at the end. So there was a wall aligning the stage, and just behind that is like open forest area or whatever. And suddenly, in the middle of the couple's first dance, I see the catering guys and the bride's brother and all running towards one end of the wall. And then I'm like, what is happening? Like, because it was very specifically, they ran towards. And then I looked behind. Apparently, dude, there was like a fire that started behind the wall because there were like dried leaves or something. I think somebody threw like a cigarette or something, or a matchstick or something, and there's like a fire. So in the middle of the couple's first dance, the bride's brother and the catering guys are literally like throwing water on the fire, and the couple is like dancing. They don't really know what's happening, but they know something's happening.
Yeah.
So they're doing their first dance, and I give the bride a look like saying like, carry on, like.
Nice.
And we are looking ki bhai kya ho raha hai? And there was a fire, man. But luckily it didn't go like crazy. Like nothing caught fire. Like the family and the catering guys were able to turn off the fire just before it got chaotic. So yeah, that was a crazy one. I've had another wedding where the cake fell just while the couple was entering, right? So the couple is entering, and the video guy is in front of the couple, shooting them or whatever. Obviously, he can't see the cake table. Cake table is placed. The ground was a bit uneven at this hall. And the light guy was minding the video guy, making sure he doesn't bump into anyone or anything. Somebody from the family, like, kind of rushes the light guy and tells him, ki, bro, move that light. Some random uncle or somebody. And so this guy has left the video guy and he's going to move the light. And in that split second, the video guy bumps into the cake table, man. And like, so it's a 3-tier cake, and the topmost level just slides down and it falls, and you can see the bride's face just change, man. And luckily, it was one of those marzipan cakes, like the hard fondant. So it didn't like explode or like smash. It just got a little bit wedged into the side. And I'm on the mic like, okay, carry on, cake is fine. And I'm looking at the bride, no, come. But it wasn't chaotic where the whole thing fell. But yeah, cake fell. And then we put it back on. And then they cut it also. Just there was like a big smash at one corner. So hopefully the video guy I don't blame the video guy. The light guy also was like kind of just called out by a family person. So this stuff happens. I've had somebody faint at the wedding. I won't get into details, but I had somebody faint because it got too hot or something. But that happens often. Oh, yeah, another one. There's this one wedding I call the cake wedding. I call it the cake wedding. Why? So they had 2 receptions. On both the reception days, their cake came late. So it's the cake wedding. Reception 1, cake guy stuck in traffic. We started the reception, cut the cake late. Reception 2, some reason, random reason, I have no idea. Cake is delayed. No idea why. No idea. So that's the cake reception, because for both, the cake came late. So it happens, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happens at weddings. So I feel like also, people have like fireworks and stuff. Fireworks not going off on time. That's another one where people are like, alright. Or if there's like 5 fireworks that need to go on, and like only the left side ones have gone on and the right side one is not gone on, and then the bride is looking like, and I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
Makes sense.
You can't help it, right? What do you do? Like there's like You have no control over things. I've done a wedding where it has rained. The rain weddings is a common thing. It actually happens quite a bit. Where it rained and then suddenly midway we kind of moved to another hall. Luckily, there was another indoor hall available. So yeah.
That was all.
Yeah.
So like all these things that happen, it makes the wedding go haywire. How do you manage the pressure that comes on you? That okay, now it's not your problem to deal with it, but
Yeah.
now you have to streamline the process and make it easier for everyone to understand the situation and
Yeah.
not think about it too much.
I would say what I like to do is if it's something that's funny, you can call attention to it without embarrassing anybody, of course.
Yeah.
If it's something serious, like people having a seizure and all, is serious, bro.
Yeah.
You don't address it. You kind of just move on because the people who have to handle it will already be handling it.
Correct.
Like if it's a family emergency and stuff, the people who have to handle that part of it will handle it, right? So if it's something funny that has happened, I can address it and carry on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with the rain and all, it's like it's not in anybody's hands. So I'm like, okay, rain dance, let's go.
Makes sense.
And but yeah, it is subjective. I would say you kind of just move on and continue. Like check your list, check your event flow, restructure in a way where stuff that probably can be avoided is avoided, because if you've lost time because of something, sometimes you may need to cut stuff out and things like
Correct,
that.
yeah.
But that's okay. But yeah, it happens, man. You know, another one of the big ones, not big one, it's a small one. All the brides who watch this, throw your bouquet nicely, man. They all like, if this is they throw it up, man. This is a small thing, but like throw the bouquet up, and all the like girls who are standing to catch the bouquet, man. They always look at it fall like, oh my god, it fell. Like I've had people like the bouquet is in their hand and they'll move to the side, and like there's no pressure. You don't have to get married immediately.
Correct.
You know, like that. Like people think like, no, oh, I caught the bouquet, I have to get married immediately. ऐसा कुछ है नहीं यार. Times have changed, man. Just catch the bouquet.
You ever had a wedding where one of the bride or groom doesn't turn up?
No, not yet, man.
Oh.
Not yet. I hope it doesn't happen. But no, not yet.
Oh.
Like I've had weddings where it's been tense, probably between families and all, but nothing to a point yet. Like my dad has stories. My dad has some crazy wedding stories where he's seen fights at weddings. I haven't seen them yet. I don't want to. Thoda stressful, because that's like, what do you do? How do you react, right? But no, I've not yet had weddings where the one either or hasn't shown up or something. I've had like probably where family members have attended the wedding where they are not too keen about the wedding happening,
That is normal.
or they have not attended. But that's normal, yeah. That's literally all our families where somebody opposes the wedding. So that's literally all our families. Kahani ghar ghar ki, yeah. Choreography going wrong, that happens a lot, which is okay, man. Like the brides and grooms are like super stressed at weddings, so the choreography does go wrong. Bichara, they get stressed and all.
Understood, yeah.
And then you see it on their faces, and I'm like, bro, chill. Nobody knows the choreography except you and the choreographer, and like, bro, choreographer got paid, so he's good. He's not gonna say anything. Like,
makes sense. Yeah.
And then even in the post, the video editor can just cut it, man. Yeah, but yeah, catch the bouquet.
What do you think like is the most rewarding part about being an MC?
The money.
The money is the
For me, money. I enjoy the money. The social aspect of it, man. If you're a social person, it's great. Like I've met a lot of fun people because of events who I've like hung out with and stuff like that. I've met like a lot of families where I've done like easily 5-6 weddings in the same family.
Okay.
So I just feel like for me, I am a social person. So I love like meeting clients, like just meeting people at events. Just like you don't know what it's gonna be, right? So I would say that's quite fun.
Okay.
And in terms of rewarding, I would say the social aspect of it for me personally, and the monetary aspect of it. Like I do enjoy my job.
Yeah.
I have done a lot of free events, and like, so I wouldn't say that I am doing this just for the money. A large part of it is because it like puts me out there. It allows me to interact with like
You build your network.
yeah, man, like a whole bunch of different people. Like a lot of my close friends are from the scene, like other MCs and DJs and stuff, like who are photographers, videographers, who I meet often, who I meet during wedding season. I meet them more than my family. I'm meeting these guys. So
Makes
I
sense.
feel like it does increase your network, and like you do make a lot of close friends from this. So maintaining those relationships, it's quite rewarding. I don't hang out with them all the time, and they give me shit for that, but that's on me. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm terrible at keeping in touch.
What are your plans in the future, professionally and personally?
Personally, I don't have any yet. Uh, Professionally, there's a couple of things that I actually do want to do. Like, I mean, I'm in the line of what I'm doing already in terms of hosting. So the weddings and the roasts and the christenings and the birthdays and all of that is already happening. I definitely want to do more like sangeets and haldi ceremonies and break out into that market. I'm definitely looking forward to, hosting like corporate shows and stuff as well. Something beyond this that I really want to focus on is, like, I've been putting this off for the past 2 years, literally, is I want to get into stand-up comedy just
Yeah,
for the
you
fun
should.
of it.
You should.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't know if I have material that is like jokes, which is the only thing that's kind of holding me back. Like, even if you talk to Nathan, who does stand-up, this is something I spoke to him about also long back when I met him, saying that, oh, I do want to do stand-up, but the only thing holding me back is me being lazy to write material. And I feel like stand up is definitely something, I don't know if I'll be good at it, but I'm not nervous in terms of presenting a bit to a crowd. Like, I can do a bit for you now if I have something written.
Got it.
So I definitely want to do stand up, man, just to experience how it feels like to be nervous before going on stage. Because, like, at this point, I mean, I am nervous before every event, but I feel like when you're approaching a type of performance that you've never done before, that nervousness is different, man. And I love it. I love it. That being on edge where like your fingers like are tingling.
Getting
Like, yeah,
sweaty.
that happens. It happens to me now, maybe once or twice a year for like certain type of events. But beyond that, I'm not nervous getting on the mic or speaking in front of a crowd, right? So I want to be nervous before I perform.
To get that thrill.
Yeah, man.
Adrenaline.
Say again.
Adrenaline rush.
My God, he got it on the first try, huh? Adrenaline rush. So yeah, the kick of it, that I want to experience because it's a trip, man.
That's all, yeah.
The anxiety of it, it's amazing. So yeah, stand-up comedy, definitely something I will kind of check off my list. Hopefully, post-wedding season is done. Another thing is something that I've been thinking of in my head. I don't know how to kind of approach it. Is I want to do like an event where it's like a collab between a band or a musician and me. So I'm not a musician. I'm not even a singer. But I want to kind of collaborate with like a musician where it is them and me performing something. So I don't have the idea fully chalked out yet, but I would say, like, I wouldn't even say spoken word with music, but I want to be a part of a performance where it is me and a musician or a set of musicians, like probably rhyming or like just doing my entire bit or like all my lines to music. And like something like that did happen. So earlier this year, I hosted the carnival at Marshall Lawns, and Tammy and Roy from Goa, this duo from Goa, they're like super popular, amazing musicians, right? So Tammy and Roy were performing, and what happened very organically during the event was I kept having to make announcements of people to move their cars. So Tammy and Roy were like playing music to before a song started. So I was like, just hold on, let the music play. And I kept announcing whatever car number, saying so and so car number, please move your car to the beat. And it became a thing at that event where I randomly met some auntie 4 5 days back, and she was like, oh, please move your car. Like, that became like a random bit, that a musical bit. It came out of nowhere with Tammy and Roy. It just happened super randomly at an event. And that was like, I was like, oh, something like this where it's like music and me, not necessarily stand up, not necessarily poetry or rap, but just like an interactive thing with
Thing.
me and music. So musicians out there, reach out. So yeah, I want to do something like that. I don't know how it will work out also. Like I have no idea how it could be a terrible idea, right?
Hmm.
Or maybe
It could be one of the
yeah,
greatest things
exactly. So it is something that I want to really kind of experiment with, and I'm going to probably get in touch with musicians who I would like to work with. Musicians on my timeline, please reach out. Let's do something together. Yeah. I know these few musicians, but I don't remember their names. I'm terrible with names, but yeah, it should work out. So yeah, that's what the plan is. So events that continue happening, stand up comedy, so like a live music show, whatever it. I don't know how to frame it, and corporate sangeets. Hoping to probably travel internationally some more for
more often.
gigs as well. So yeah,
ठीक है.
that's the plan for now.
All everything will come at the right time.
Yeah. When it has to happen, it'll happen. Like I'm working towards where I need
The
to
end
get.
goal.
Yeah. What it is, I don't know, but I'm doing the work.
Even for me, I think this is my stepping stone to my new journey.
Yeah.
I wanted to start in content, so I decided, okay, let's start a podcast. So, and here we are with guest number 5. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah. Before we go, stay on camera.
Ah.
I have gift. I have gift. This is for you.
Oh my god, thank you so
gift,
much.
gift. Enjoy, bro. Shit.
Let's go.
So this entire book is been designed by me. It's like a coloring book for adults,
Okay.
and all the sketches and illustrations inside are done by me. And oh, this is also for you, is it? So this is like an art print by me,
You have
and
designed it.
there's a bunch
Wow.
of stickers also inside.
Wait, have
Yeah, there's a bunch of stickers. So those are all stickers and so these are all illustrations by me.
Let's go.
Yeah. Skrrr.